Well, hello, everyone. How are you? Good to see you on this here Thursday. Welcome, everyone. I just speak favor over us all. May there be nothing missing, nothing broken in any of us, in any part of us, in our composition, our essence, and our energy.
Just speak
Yep,
favor.
there we go. And I have the echo going back. So I'm meeting myself coming and going, which shows that time travel is not only possible, but real, and that time is not linear. So welcome everyone. How y'all doing? Hello, Nina the Mystic. How fortuitous that I see your name up there. You're going to be on tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Um, yeah, we've got some very talented, enlightened people. This is why I really thoroughly am pleasured by this experience. And I love that word. You know, Tesla taught us to use that word. Pleasure. Yeah. Pleasure, stimulating, exciting, not dull. This is the place you come to become stimulated. We stretch the mind and we exercise our faith and we grow. So, welcome everyone. Hello, all the moderators. So good to see you. And welcome everyone. Hello, Lucky Stone. I'm telling you, folks, I really like Lucky. It's got this great point of view in life. Hello, Twisted Isby, David Castle. How are you? And Susie Q, good to see you. Hey, Kaz, how are you, my dear? Much love. Golf, good to see you. Merritt, hello. And Kent and Angel. And next Friday, thank you. I bet she got a little freaked out on that. Like, what? I had it right here in my notes, so I was just messing with you. Although it's good always to have a great reminder. Hey, B3, how you doing? Oh nine, hello, Cheryl. Hello, Spirit Girl. Much love. So good to see you. Well, Cass, now you're going to make, hey, hello, Trina. Tell you, our shows on Tuesday are like, those are serious downloads. Hello, maybe Pyle, good to see you. Carlton Powell, hello, good to see you. And Chris, good to see Bree, hello. Sherry, greetings and favor to you, my dear. Um, wow. Lost in space, good. And as above, so below. Loved. That's hello, how are you? Kaylee, good to see you. Miss Tribal 444, hello. And favor and prosperity. Tell you what, those are two good twins to have. Michael, hello. I don't get to do this enough. So Naya Storm, good to see you. So tune in tonight over at artistfirst.com. I'll be on the Steiger Perspective. And tonight, kind of the title of it is What the Hell Happened? Exactly. So tune in 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain Time if you live in the Mountain West. And anyway, find your time zone. Join me. It'll be fun. Yeah, it's where I get to talk a little bit more, give a different perspective. A lot of crazy stuff going on. It's really interesting. Hello, Viola. Good to see you. Susan, good to see you. So good to see everybody. Dragon Soul Fox, hello. Um, so, by the way, I've been doing my meditating. Anyone want to take, if you've seen it, because it's been out there. I've been meditating. I haven't done this in a couple of days. What is the shape? What is the shape? Actually, if you knew the color, that would work as well. Hello, Darth. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. I could do the Jeopardy thing, but that was already written. So, well, anyone, I'll check periodically and see if any of you have been practicing your telepathic skills. We got to get. Wow. Okay, angelfish. Brandy, cool. Trina, I'll have to give it all of you on the color, but not the shape. Let's see, Wendy, you get the other half of the shape. So yeah, it is the yellow circle. And remember, folks, I'm using the standardized testing cards so that everyone understands how the progression goes. All right. Always will be yellow, always will be a circle. And circle is also equated to the numeral 1. This is how you get good at this. The next one that we have is the red cross, or 2. You can see how 2 is represented. The next one is the 3 wavy lines, blue, or 3. Black, square, or 4. And finally, green, star, 5. There we go. So that's how we get better at that. So we're going to take a little trip here because I want to get into our reading. By the way, next week I will be getting into this great little book. It's the book is called The True Authorship of the New Testament. And we're going to be taking a history lesson in this character. And this character actually was the key hidden in plain sight, Josephus. And because it's actually very relevant to what we're talking about. We're in a time where truly things are unfolding like I don't think ever. I think that the vibration due to the technology, there's a lot we discuss here. I think there's a lot at play. I don't think this is any one singular impetus or inertia. I think this is a combination of many. So I want you to start thinking about what would another spirit being look like? Have you ever taken the time, and I know the answer to this before I even ask it, but I'll ask it anyway, to really draw out what you think spirit beings are? The problem with humanity, Homo sapiens, is that we have a very one tunnel vision view of the spirit realm. It's the shirt says, I don't understand ignorance and I don't want to. And that's the problem. It's probably the greatest test for most adapts that are going through initiation is to begin to comprehend that the spirit realm isn't anything like this realm. It's wild. It's bizarre. And probably most souls crossing over, most spirits, are a little freaked out when they really begin to see exactly how bizarre it can get. So we're talking about reaching out, connecting to the ancient ones. A lot of different ideas, thoughts on the ancient ones. There is a collection of drawings that were found, and I'm going to get into this a little bit more next week, but I just wanted to bring an introduction of what the spirit realm very well possibly looks like. And I won't get into the whole story here because I really just want this more or less to sink into you psychically. Let it begin to absorb. Look at the picture, meditate on it. Is this ugly to you? Is this frightening to you? Does this upset you? Or are you enamored, curious, willing to accept and establish communication with a being that looks nothing like a humanid? Imagine that these are, in fact, the true physical bodies, apparitions, whatever you want to call it, mental, how should I would say it, manifestations of beings that rule us have, probably always will until the earth ceases to exist. That will happen. But imagine beings, a realm that literally right next to us, right above us, whatever you want to talk about it. Knowledge, and like I said, we'll get into what these are, but I just wanted them to begin to establish that when you stop being afraid of your shadow or the things that go bump in the night and begin to prepare yourself to understand that the next realm is not going to be planet Earth. Now, these are drawings, obviously, but the thing about it is when you study the background on these, and we'll get to it, this goes way, way back. It's a realm of superior intelligences, far superior than a Homo sapiens. In fact, Homo sapiens cannot, for the most part, grasp these beings. Thus, the superstitions of religions, because those who have, in fact, pierced the veil began to realize that there's something much, much, much more going on here. These beings, yes, could be said they're merely the representation of one person's mind eye. I think you'd be foolish to think that, but powerful beings beyond comprehension for, like, again, for most humans. And within these beings are all the religions of the world. They exist in a realm that rules ours, but ours can interact with theirs. And there is a hierarchy of power and authority on both sides. And like I said, we're going to get into this much more in depth. I think that that's what makes the true adapts, those who are seeking to be truly initiated, makes you very much different than the average Joe on the street. Because you're aware of something that, again, most have no idea of. But it's interesting. So what would a God look like? This? You see how it begins to all come in? Kind of weird, isn't it? And Miss B, we'll get into that next week. What I really wanted to do was to begin to let you see. So as we get back into the reading on this, it becomes very important in the perception of what higher intelligence is. It's not artificial intelligence. It's not humanity's intelligence. I dare say it's not even of a realm that we perceive as the spirit realm. I believe a higher intelligence is almost beyond our grasp to actually comprehend. But those who wish to make the transmutation begins to seek out the occult knowledge. And it's all tied into this. So we're learning that these ancient beings, the ancient ones, have a different way that they look at things. And conquerism is one aspect if you are an alien. And that's really the question, because if you can't draw out what the spirit realm looks like, then what is your image of God? Now, people will get into the abstract and say, well, God can't be, imagined, drawn, or anything else. Well, then there's your contradiction, because how could then something sit in a chair, a throne? If it can't be drawn, then what the hell is on the throne? Nothing? Air? So what do you mean you can't draw out God? What do you mean you can't draw its image out? That's the whole problem. Isn't religion the whole point of personification of an unseen spirit, deity, demigod, deity, whatever? And the thing about it, when you look at the structure of organized religion, and even much in the occult side of it, there is a defined hierarchy. And it seems like no matter which path that you happen to walk down, you can reject, for instance, the Judeo-Abrahamic belief systems. That's fine. You can reject the Hindu. You can reject all of them and make your own path. But when you do that, you have to understand you're into a new reality that's not going to so much fit to your perception. So, are you an alien? If you are, then you have to begin to understand what conquerism is. And there's a lot of correlation to many of the disciplines of beliefs. Taoists, Buddhists, Christian, it goes through it, the whole gamut. And what we're finding out, it's actually conquering within first. So it goes, those who came from the skies created all the religions of man. This religion is expressed by those who came from the gods. We, as aliens, know the secret for ages. We are those who came from the gods, and thus we have the task to be conquerors. It is our heritage. Don't waste now. Now, there are 3 types of conquerism. By conquering your ego, first of all, the conqueror must conquer his inner self. Where have we heard this before? This is translated as the achievements of the personal goals and the manipulation of thyself. Before you conquer anything else, you must first dominate your earthly life. As a conqueror, before manipulating other beings, you must first manipulate yourself. You are the true God of thyself. You are the center of the circle. Do not forget this rule. Without you, there is nothing. 2, by conquering your life. Originally, the conqueror must complete his goals according to his will. This can be done by completing small goals at the very beginning. For example, you want to buy a car. By finishing this simple goal, the conqueror perceives that he is gaining a small amount of power according to his needs. Thus, by having a schedule of unfulfilled wishes and by completing most of his goals, the conqueror becomes stronger. Lastly, this means that the conqueror will never leave any goal incomplete. 3, by conquering others. The third way of conquerism is to influence the lives of others in terms of seduction. It is very important to create a profile of the Homo sapiens being. This indicates that you know the individual extremely good. To achieve this condition, the conqueror must be social to gain information and knowledge about his social environment and gather human faith. In addition, the conqueror can project himself with various achievements of his previous stage of conquerism. By making followers, this is the basic principle to continuously absorb essence. Use what works. Now, if you think about this, this goes back to when we were in kindergarten. children naturally begin to form circles of influence, and then you begin to see the personalities. And even at that young age, it's there. Note, it is forbidden. Okay, and it goes by the temple of alienology. That's really, you can read that when you get the book yourself. All right, there are 5 steps for practicing higher influence to others. 1, by communication. The conqueror is able to create a profile of an individual of interest. Thus, this is the time that he must know exactly the weak personality points. For example, the Homo sapiens ideologies concerning religion, politics, and life. Note, it is significant to have further communication with your influence target, to have a better understanding of the individual and develop trust. Ladies and gentlemen, every political system is this. We have been conquered. That pisses me off. It's the same that applies for all religions. Think about it. Politics, ideologies of religion, etc., nothing more than knowing your weak points, how they can manipulate you. They have to have your faith. And listen, I've been a sucker for this many times in my life. 2, by knowledge. You are able to distinguish if the individual is useful or not. You must categorize individuals according to your needs. A very good example is when you need someone to spread rumors about you. Note, you must be able to improve your perception skills. By performing the first step, you shall develop your observation abilities. Now, this is really interesting. You ask, why would you want someone to spread rumors about you? That's a very strong spell. Hello. 3, by helping. This means that you know the individual's problems and needs. Whoa. You think how much power a person, a group, a thing can have over you when they know all of your problems and everything that you need. Man, that's going into the inner sanctum. To gain admiration, you must be involved with his or her needs. By solving one problem, you will achieve moments of personal transformation to a God. This is some deep stuff, man. By projection, the alien can influence massively human beings in order to gather their essence. Folks, this is what happens to us from the minute we're born. They're harvesting, and it's just not one. By creating a project that has audience, the alien uses the individual belief system with a specific purpose. Wow. 5, by repeating the process, the conqueror will spread his influence upon others. This will increase his powers and the flow of essence. I saw this in real time. In the summer of 2008, I witnessed here in Denver at Mile High Stadium, it was remarkable to see what happened. But I watched this reaping process. The people became under this spell, and you could see it happening in real time with Barack Obama when he was formally ordained as president of the United States. And if you look at it, it was a coronation, that whole event. It wasn't a nomination, it was a coronation. And you could see it elevate. And it got elevated very intensely because Barack Obama was a conqueror. Listen, these people don't get up there, folks, just because they're a dumbass. Joe Biden might. Joe Biden couldn't gather them, but that's not here nor there. But the fact is, but maybe so. Think about it. But anyway, I digress. So there is no such thing about a problem without a gift for you in its hands. We seek problems because we need their gifts. It's Richard Bach on illusions. Aliens are elitist beings. The circle of conquerism never ends. Life belongs to aliens, so does faith. I tell you, if you got a Judeo-Christian background, this is scrambling your noodle. I know. Conqueror's breath of life. The first step in training one's astral senses involving developing concentration. The first thing to ruin the chances of a successful encounter is thinking about everyday ordinary activities. You must practice being able to concentrate on one idea for several minutes without distraction. I mean, where have we heard about this? The Golden Dawn. I mean, Hermetics, this is all over it. Here follows a process for developing concentration. First, find a period of time when you can devote your exercises every day. The best times are either before going to bed to sleep or right after waking in the morning, as you are in a calm state of mind in both instances. Regardless of the time you practice, it is essential that you repeat the same pattern daily in order to establish a beneficial body-time routine. In plain speech, your mind will expect a period of training every day at your selected time. Just like it expects to fall asleep when the night comes. Once you find a time to train, the next step is to find a place that is free of distractions. These exercises must be performed while you are sitting in a chair facing towards the part of your chosen room that is the least cluttered or disorderly looking. Never try these exercises while sitting on the bed. That's interesting. And how do you define clutter? I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting point. Anyway, I digress. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Use your imaginations of the things that you have conquered during your day. Visualize things, situations, goals, or minds that you have conquered and fill the air with their reality. It is now the time that all the essence that is dependent on you will surround the atmosphere. You will sense the energy covering your body. Relax and breathe the trumpet. Yeah, you get it. Triumph. The key to absorb essence is the controlled breathing. The breath itself is a standard mechanism that works unconsciously and is valuable for the rotation of life. However, when this life mechanism is controlled, the level of consciousness is increased. Furthermore, breathing through the mouth is similar to feeding. It is significant to say that breath of life is performed by controlled breathing through the mouth while inhaling deeply. The secret to inhale properly is to feel that the air that is breathed goes down to the earth, through the mouth till the feet. Use your mouth as an entrance for the vital energy to flow inside your solar plexus. Solar plexus channel is located in the stomach right under the sternum. It is the most significant channel. It has many similarities with the stomach as an energy depot. Additionally, it is where Homo sapiens beings feel their souls. Breathe deeply and slowly from your mouth for 3 to 5 seconds and exhale from your nose for 3 to 5 seconds. This is extremely helpful for controlling your breath. Continue to draw the essence from the environment. Think about it. Every breath we take is a breath of life. It's just how you perceive things. Yeah. We breathe when we're asleep. You cannot be without the breath of life. A more vivid environment, moments of clarity and joy, a mood of creativity are some of the signs of taking the essence. Moreover, you will feel revitalized and healthier. Metamorphosis. The blood of the alien gods is called ichor. It is represented as a black mist, and it can be toxic to the uninitiated. The DNA of the alien can be changed through the presence of the ichor. This is called metamorphosis and has many historical and mystical references. From the ancient times, those who attempted to contact the alien gods have found out that this act requires the concentrated existence of astral energy. The alien is not fed by this energy. He conquers the energy itself. By conquering the minds of others, the alien is able to take the essence and use it to contact the alien gods. If the encounter is successful, they will bless the conquerors with their own essence, their own ichor. Thus, the alien knows that the essence is precious. The loss of essence can be achieved due to stress and nervous behavior. Never forget that this is the attitude of the Homo sapiens. Most of the aliens who experienced metamorphosis after encounter experienced positive changes in their lives and powered their conqueror abilities. It is not a coincidence that most of the infamous conquerors of the past experienced an unexplained event before a victory. Encounter the alien gods. The contact. Encountering the alien gods is a ceremony that comes from the depths of the ancient history. Its purpose is to attract the alien gods to appear in physical and/or astral form. It is the way to have contact with extraterrestrial entities, those who came from the skies. This working has no essential relation to groups that practice either black or white magic. It is important to understand that ceremonial workings have existed for millennia in order to sharpen the subjective perception of the aliens. The modern aspects of contemporary occult rituals must be ignored altogether since they are only a modern phenomenon. It is extremely important to keep in mind that this working is not for everyone. Before performing the encounter, you must secure that you don't suffer from cardiovascular disease or any serious physical problems. The sight of the alien gods for the first time may not be pleasant, especially for those who are not from our kind. In conclusion, you are what you are. The encounter is the only way to find out if you are of the divine bloodline. Before performing the encounter of the contact ritual, take into account 3 significant rules. 1, it is forbidden to come into physical contact with any of the aliens' gods, or even the Stargate, unless you are told to do so. 2, you are not allowed to bring anyone with you to witness the existence of the alien gods. Yet, aliens are considered able to perform a group working. It is great disrespect to leave before finishing the ritual. By honoring your past, you honor the present. The encounter hall. The working of establishing a contact with the alien gods must be performed inside a space of your choice. Doubts or disbeliefs must be conquered before starting the ceremony. The encounter hall is to be viewed as another world, indeed extraterrestrial. This is the room to perform the contact with the alien gods. The working must be interpreted, so all necessary precautions must be taken. If it is a room that is used for encountering the alien gods, the participant must disconnect any communication device and use a room that is isolated from the human eye. Make sure that nothing will disturb the most ancient ritual of all, as this may result in a very complex situation. In order to encounter alien gods, the hall's aesthetics must be relative to the alien sphere of origin. This is some heavy stuff, folks. The room itself must be empty of any objects that have no use for the purpose of the ritual. Alternative, black fabric may be used to cover the entire room, and all items that are made of iron must be removed. To physically encounter alien gods, you have to try to make the encounter hall correspond closely to the being's sphere of origin. This is Stargate stuff, baby. Woo! And listen, don't go half cock and try to do this halfway. I'm not responsible for whatever you bring in. Got it? Good. Still, the alien gods do what they will. Hall illumination is important for the setting of an attractive ceremonial environment. Moonlight or starlight can be sufficient. If not, then you are free to illuminate the place with artificial means, such as a photographic red light. In addition, it is welcome to use a single black or blue candle behind the participant, not in front. The working requires a focus point. In order to break down the procedure in making the encounter process successful without building stone temples, Naos proposes the simplified symbolic use of a mirror or a horizontal point to use as an altar. The mirror functions as a stargate, while the altar plays a supportive role to serve the needs of the ceremony. In order to align better to the requirements of this purpose, it is recommended to use very low or very high frequency sounds, such that the alien gods communicate at non-Homo sapien frequencies. Let's get that again. In order to align better to the requirements of this process, it is recommended to use very low or very high frequency sounds, since the alien gods communicate at a non-Homo sapien level. That'd be like our dogs, the frequencies. Any item that stimulates feelings or is historically connected to the alien gods can be placed upon the altar. Keep in mind that this is your personal temple, no one else's. To conclude, the secret of the encounter is the preparation itself. By itself, the preparation pleases the alien gods, since it is a sign of great respect. Beginning the encounter, you enter the hall with direct will and iron concentration. The procedure for encounter is described below. Break time. All right, break time's over. Extraterrestrial material. Stargate. Use the mirror as the stargate to the astral plane, as it was used by true witches and warlocks for thousands of years. Got mine right over there. When you gaze in the stargate, you can see and hear any entity in the same way you could see or hear someone talking to you through an open window. Place the mirror towards the west, above the altar and in front of a comfortable chair. Concentrate on the liquid-like form of the stargate. Before using the mirror as the stargate, you must energize it with energy. Lift your hands up in a V position for a while and feel the essence go down through your blood. And when you feel ready, lower your hands towards the mirror by feeling the energy dropping upon the mirror. This is the same thing when you lay your hands on your water, your food. It's the same energy. It's the same energy that can heal with the touch. It's a fact. Perform this action until you feel that you are exhausted. This stargate has now become a strong bond with you. Though you cannot proceed to ritual afterwards, the transformation of the mirror into a stargate with this technique can be done only once. Finally, you must cover the stargate with a cloth. Do not forget that this is a gateway to other worlds and must stay secret and secure. Little side note here. Basically, what they're saying is that once you activate it, it's activated. In the Solomonic magic that we study, very important that when you open up a portal, in this case, they know that you can't close it, but you can block it. The sigil becomes very important for that. Anyway, creating a stargate. The mirror is to be used as a gate to the astral plane. There are three types of structures that are proven to be affected. One, the trapezoidal mirror. The trapezoid symbolizes the distorted reality, as it is a systemic shape. Thus, this is the best option for encountering with entities from other worlds. Two, the black mirror. You can create it by putting a glass upon a blackboard or thick paper. It symbolizes infinite space. Three, the ordinary mirror, or anything that has a reflection. It is used as a gazing point for thousands of years. The Grail. You need a cup or chalice filled with any stimulating liquid, such as wine. The Grail is the representation of the reservoir of power, the female aspect of the alien gods. It is the subconscious of the magician. This is the realm of the inner demons, the shadows. The Grail connects the outer fire ocean of the alien gods with the inner dark realm of the alien. Be certain that you use what you can only drink. It is preferable that the elixir be stimulating but not overpowering. Dressing. Nudity is highly accepted by the alien gods, as it is the way that you are born. Hooded capes of black or blue color are also welcome in order to make you undistracted by external forces. Your everyday clothes remind you of everyday things, and this mundane mood is not desired in a magic temple. You are not allowed to wear items made of iron, as this will damage the quality of the magnetic field that is created during the encounter. In group ritual, face masks are also welcome. Hey, who would have known, huh? Chanting. It is very important to chant the word naos, Naos, as it is the key to the gate that leads to the alien gods. It's obviously frequency based. That's what chanting does. You must learn to chant with meter. In other words, get the rhythm. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Naos, 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 naos. You see how that goes? In group ritual, all the participants should chant synchronized with the guidance of a priest. Incense. It is also helpful to burn a little incense, which helps put one into a slightly altered state of mind. Any scent will do at this point. It is recommended using a combination of frankincense and myrrh. And to the person that has sent that to me, you had no idea where you were being guided. Folks, this is not a coincidence. Anyway, because the scent sets a temple-like atmosphere, and this is common to all religious ceremonies. Frankincense, myrrh. Timing. The best hours to encounter the alien gods are after midnight. Traditionally, magic holidays and dates of great significance are by far are important. I just want to add this. If you really want to get serious about this, 3 o'clock. 3 a.m. is the time when the portals are open, or one of the best times. Midnight works, but for me, I think 3 a.m., it is a very magical time. That's all I'll say. But to each your own. Vibration. A bell, gong, or a crystal must be used during the ceremony. In general, an item with a vibration must be used to start and finish the encounter. The tonal qualities and the continuing vibrations are extremely powerful. Music. It is suggested any music player device, preferably of good quality, along with music orchestrated for the encounter. The participant should choose and organize the appropriate music before the ritual. During the encounter, the pause in the music will cue most of your actions. So the volume must be, ready for this, loud. You can expect to read out any notes in a strong, loud voice with feelings. If you're going to do this, might be best in your basement, right? Quartz pyramid. Crystal clear quartz was used in the ancient years for the construction of powerful objects in order to be used in rituals. In general, quartz has the ability to absorb and keep the energy from the environment and direct the energy according to the holder's will. This is the reason why so many devices like watches are consisted of quartz in order not to lose the battery's energy. The temple uses pyramid-shaped quartz for the purpose of keeping the essence in balance and use it as a key to unlock the Stargate. It is important to bear in mind that the quartz pyramid is connected to your astral body, and nobody is allowed to touch the gemstone. Nobody. The inverted pentagram. The pentagram was commonly used in Mesopotamia and ancient Greece. The Pythagoreans used a pentagram with the 2 points up. The Pythagoreans, or inverted pentagram, represented the parathesis, or the real meaning of life, the genesis of the world. Who would have known, huh? 9 steps to encounter. 1, entering the encounter hall. 2, opening the 9 gates. 3, declaration of Homedius. 4, dream of the skull. 5, contacting with the alien gods. 6, alien abduction. 7, ichor. 8, declaration of alien. 9, terminating the encounter. Entering the encounter hall. The room for encountering the alien gods must be prepared as it is described before. Before entering the hall, you must forget anything that is connected to your earthly life. Anxiety and the stress for any reason are some of the elements that can produce a negative environment for the alien gods. You don't want that. Just don't want that. It is significant to say that positive psychology before entering the sacred room is one of the keys to unlock other worlds. An open mind, baby. Keep in mind that the alien gods think and act in a very different way than humans do. Those who came from the skies do not have earthly problems such as love affairs or paying bills. Thus, you must alter your consciousness into a non-human way of perceiving things in general. The alien gods are not attracted even to the alien that has not left his human side. Hence, it is very important to forget your current life. Trust only your blood and instinct. The preparation of the room must contain the following: the stargate hanged on the wall and in a comfortable chair in the same direction as the magical mirror. The appropriate lighting effects should be placed before entering the encounter room. To conclude, the alien must not think but feel the sacred atmosphere before entering the encounter hall. Imagination is the key to unlock reality. By entering the encounter hall, you must begin the ritual by hitting the bell 9 times. This is the beginning of the ritual. Let the mystery begin. Opening the 9 gates. The alien should draw mentally with the quartz pyramid, or draw physically the inverted pentagram above the stargate. Followers of alienology may hang the symbol of alienology on top of the stargate. By pointing the 5 angles of the inverted pentagram, the alien unlocks the first 5 gates of truth. The 5 senses are thus suppressed. Gaze upon the 5 angles of the pentagram of the Pythagoras. What is this that I can see? I am not what I can see. Thus, I am not sight. The first gate is open. The sense of vision is no more. Listen to the ritual sounds or the silence. Separate yourself from the notes and the sound effects. Behold, I am not sound. Thus, I am not hearing. The second gate is open. The sense of hearing is inverted. Place your hand upon the altar. I am what I touch. Am I what I touch? Thus, I am not touch. The third gate is open. The sense of touch is reversed. Let your nostrils envelop the incense. Let drowsiness escape. What I smell is not me. Hence, I am not smell. The fourth gate is open. The sense of smell is abolished. Drink deep from the ritual cup. The deep drinking of the universal energy is thus symbolized. Things are not what they seem. I drink from the grail. I am not of what it is inside. Thus, I am not taste. The fifth gate is open. The sense of taste is thus transformed. All senses have now disbanded one by one. Your soul is the only thing that gives you some sense of reality. Facing towards the four corners of the encounter hall by pointing clockwise with the quartz crystal, the participant will call the gods of the past according to his choice. Facing towards the northern corner, the sixth gate, you say, I open now the gate. I call you now, alien gods of fire. Stop and feel the existence of the alien gods of fire. Facing towards the eastern corner, the seventh gate, speak, the gate is now open. Come forth, alien gods of air. Stop and feel the existence of the alien gods of air. Facing towards the southern corner, or the eighth gate, I unlock the gate at this time. I summon the alien gods of earth. Stop, feel the existence of the alien gods of earth. Facing towards the western corner, or the ninth gate is open. May the alien gods of water bless me with their presence. Stop and feel the existence of the alien gods of water. Stop and feel this realization of your inner mystery in front of the Stargate. The declaration of Homodius. Pretty exacting stuff. I'm going to try to get most of this in if I can. I don't think I will, but anyway, by looking your reflection in the Stargate, you must lift the quartz pyramid towards the mirror and declare your non-human origin in your own words. For example, you could say, the ancient gods are my ancestors. Those who came from the skies are of the same blood. I am genetically superior from the mortal human being, and thus I am ready for the metamorphosis to begin. I am the child of the alien gods that gave me the gift to become a conqueror. I am here to be reborn and to deny my human past. I am an alien. Be sure that if you are one of the belong to the family, the alien gods will hear your declaration as Homodius. Your words must be sincere and proud. Proceed with courtesy. All right, I'll just get into the last part and then we'll pick it up tomorrow. By dreaming the skull of Atlantis, dream of the skull, the participant must gaze on the mirror and summon the most ancient skull in this planet. The alien should focus on the Stargate for approximately 15 minutes, and the alien skull will slowly create. This technique must be performed without rush or negative thoughts. The alien skull must be created slowly in the mind of the participant and appear in the Stargate, contacting with the alien gods. This is the time that you must spawn the essence through your channel of your body. You must imagine that your channel is connected with the channel of your reflection. Begin to focus on the mirror and feel the darkness consumes you until you see a black mist. This is the time that you are aware of the astral plane. Begin to inhale deeply from your nose and exhale slowly from your mouth towards the Stargate, the image that your breath is touching the mirror. Keep in mind that the air you are breathing out contains your DNA. Inhale deeply through your nose for a slow count of 4. And when your lungs are filled, hold this breath for the same count of 4. Next, inhale slowly for a count of 4. And when your lungs are completely empty, keep them this way for another count of 4. Then repeat the process. After a while of breathing in this tempo, you won't have to count any longer. Your body will grow familiarized and keep the tempo. With preparation, you should only have to go through the conscious counting for 3 or 4 cycles before your body takes over. All right, well, we'll just stop right there. As you can see, if this was a made for television reading, we're about to encounter the aliens. So there you go. So not everybody's cup of tea, but this is how knowledge is gained. And wait till we start reading some of the other stuff that's already in the queue. And I'm sure many of you are digesting this. Charlotte says, I'm not giving my energy to anyone. Well, maybe the old and ill. Yeah, well, thank you, Peter, Sun Vibrations. Grandpa Brian, thank you. Folks, let's be very candid with one another here. We respect everyone here. I went through similar things while in Christianity. I mean, seriously, folks, you're invoking powerful energies. And when you start building masses, because they conquered us, they literally were reaping the essence of our beings. And then if that's not bad enough, we go through all our lives. If you're in the corporate world, it's all around you. It can be toxic. Thank you, Big Al. Appreciate you, brother. Spirit Girl, yes. How you doing? Thank you, Viola. Bree, that's great. Yeah, be the master of your domain. And that's the important part of the beginning of it. Remember, before you can even think about doing this, you have to conquer yourself. You don't want to be trying to do it in that encounter hall. Oh no. I listen, I haven't done this, but common sense tells me that's not a good situation to find yourself in. You don't want to piss off the ancient gods, right? The ancient ones. I mean, that's not the way to start a relationship. Oh, I'll tell you what. And when you think about this, it's the same thing that they teach you, moderation, how to be in control. That's conquering yourself. So you can't ding it on that ideology. That ideology is pretty sound. It's like, yeah, let's see what it starts. What did you have to say? Yes. Contact your higher self first. This is one that you want full, everyone saying yes, or everyone saying no. Now, tomorrow, we'll wrap this up because it gets really interesting what happens. Those of you who have the book, you already know. Listen, the key to this is faith. They told us in the manual at the very beginning, you have to cultivate the faith. You have to grow the faith. 50 years of my life in my brand of religion of Christianity, faith was the key component. With faith, nothing is impossible. But without faith, everything is impossible. If you don't have faith, then you're going to get wiped out. But everyone has faith in something. Most people have faith in their failures. Very few people have faith in their achievements, their goals. And if you can't get to that place, then don't go down this road. It will turn out bad for you. But if you're a person of strong faith, this is a cakewalk. There are customs. I mean, back in the days when I worked, filming presidential candidates, there's a protocol that has to be followed when you're in the presence of, the president or even a presidential candidate. There are protocols. There's protocols in doing this as well. And it's best that if you don't learn their protocols, it's an insult. You would never serve as a diplomat because you would insult the other party. Keeping a flexible mind, folks. All right. Don't get yourself elected. Oh, yes. Who am I to walk on cake? I don't understand that one, beloved, but I can see that one. I happen to love cake. Chocolate. Rennie knows that. I mean, all of y'all know that it's chocolate. Okay, well, I like this one. We really went over on it, but it does grab you. I wrote many of you who asked for the PDF. It grabs you. And, I finished it in 40 minutes and it was like, wow. Very interesting. All right, folks, I'll see you tonight. If not tomorrow, be good to yourselves. Continue to grow. Big Al, be safe out there, buddy. Monkey Experience, good to see you as well. Beloved Aspect, thank you. Oh, it was a cakewalk. I see what you're saying, beloved. Okay, yeah, it would be a cakewalk. Yeah, but I get it. I get it. You see, that's that communication thing. All right, much love to you all. See you again, either tonight or tomorrow. In the meantime, be good. Keep going in a good place. That's all we can do. And thank you all. Thank you, moderators, and everyone that participated. You're beautiful souls. It's an honor to share this part of the journey with you. All right. Bye-bye, folks.